Xie, and I'm recording this video for CIS 9467 final project for Professor Wheeler. Today I'll discuss the XBRL, VBA, income statement analysis, and solver demonstrations on Apple stock's last 5 10Q reports. The reason why I choose this topic is because I'm a very big fan of stock tradings, and I do tradings myself. I watch the earning reports, and I do comparisons with mine to the analyst and the company's forecast to see if there's a chance that I can make profit in it. So what I would normally do is that I normally go take the reports from the SEC filing site, which is is the most used XBRL export that I can get from here, and then import to Excel. So in this case, because the most recent 10Q report Apple did on the May 3rd, 2017 is become inactive due to some reason unknown. So that's why I switched to another website that gives me information from XBRL to Excel. So here you will see that I select the Apple's quarterly filings on the last 5 quarters, and then I put them into my Excel sheet. And this looks like a lot of mess because a lot of them are organized. So that's why I developed the sheet myself to make it look more clear, and then make this looks like income statement format with revenues, expenses, income before income tax, and net incomes, and even the most important ratios that we would all care, EPS, earning per share. This will I'll develop to pick up the date from this sheet using VLOOKUP formulas. So as you can see that this VLOOKUps up the value here in column B, which is the tag name that I use mostly in this file, which is my sales revenue net, returns with sales. So I just did a better names put here, and then use this name for reference, and then hide it after the formulas done. So there's formulas all keyed in, and then the formulas to do the simple sum formulas, and all this has been pulled directly from the report and got the information. Here on the side, I get the analysis information here basically from the Yahoo Finance website, which on this analysis part there is information that are given for analysts to do the scenario analysis, which they divide into high estimate, which I would call it bullish, low estimate bearish, and the average estimate is average. So they give information for 2 quarters and the years. And here I copied them over here and then put it on the side for me to do a scenario analysis based on this. And then I'll use a formula. I'll use markers on the side, which I will explain later. Here on the on this cell, I also use VLOOKUP to look up the high estimate, which is the this function, and for the second column of the sheet, which is Q2, to match up to look for the revenue. So here, and at the same time, I'll give the options to put the Q3s. This will automatically put because of the column has been changed from the second column to the third column, but still pick up the same thing, which is the P&L right here. This will give me a chance to see if what happens on the Q3 if I really want to put in this into my estimate. So here, let me return to Q2, and then I developed this model to basically to see what we can do on my analysis using the information that is given by the analyst. So what I would get from them is 3 scenarios with the earning per share, and then the revenue estimates. So here, this part is the revenue estimated from the analyst under the high estimate, which is bullish case. Here you see that it's 45.75 billions, and the expense I got from doing the math over here from the past 5 quarters, which using the cost of sales divided by sales is almost every time 60%. So that's why I keep the formula over there. This will give me the cost of sales, and I also keyed in formula here. So later we will use it for us to determine. And then for the research development and then the SG&A expenses, for the bullish cases, so I would assume that very little of this expense would incur. So that's why I used the minimum of the 5 past quarters to see what was the least scenario case to have higher expenses. And the average, so I used the average scenarios. And then on the bearish cases, I would do whatever is maxed over there to get the max expenses. And then on the other side, for the other incomes, which this is the income from discontinued transactions, is ordinary incomes not coming every time. So I use the average here and the average for average scenario as well, but I use the minimum for the bearish cases in case there's nothing come in. So this will also, I will also get this, which is the net income from the earning per share that the analyst would estimate. So it's basically 1.68 earning per share times 5.41 billion shares. That's why we get the net income from. This is for my comparison over there. So I developed these 3 macros just to capture the numbers up here. So for example, for bullish, so this number has been copied right there. This number has been copied right there, and then this been copied over there. For average, you'll do another copy to get the same results, and then bearish as well. So this is a simple thing for me to determine what scenario I want to use in my forecast. For example, right now I want to use bullish scenarios. So bullish scenarios will give me the sales revenue that analysts think, and then after all calculations that I did on my own, I came up with a result that I think it will win better compared with the analyst's net income, because there's a very few expenses will be incurred compared to other cases, and then there will be ordinary incomes as well. So by using this net income numbers, I got my own earning per share, which is 1.8 compared to 1.68 than analysts. So which means that I'm even more bullisher than analysts on these cases. And then this earning per share is calculated by this. However, just to want to check, if I want to got my estimate exactly match with the analyst, I want to know where we're off or what's the gap that we should expect. That's why this solver, I use the solver function came in to do a quick test. So I will set my objects on this because I want to make it looks like to be exactly 1.68 here. And then I only add 2 constraints, which is very simple constraints that gives me that the C9 will be the so basically 2 constraints. The C9 will be the smaller than any of this, because you can have higher revenues that really way out of the target, but it's also going to be greater than 35 billions compared to all other quarters, because any quarter is on the 35 billion. So that's the only constraints I put there. And after we run the solver, we got the result that to get the earning per share of 1.68, I only need to get 43.64 billions in for my sales to reach out analysts the number. And from this graph you will see that by the Apple is actually going downturn from the Q1 2016, and it's all the way down, but except the Q4. So it is clear to see the pattern that in Q1 and Q4 that have been the biggest revenue for Apple, because they have the majority sales for iPhones during that 2 quarters. So 43.64 is still average during this. And then if I run it again, and I get the earning per share is a little bit off with the analyst, and then still more bullish than analysts, even on the average scenario. However, on the bullish case, I'm actually being more conservative compared to the analyst, because I have 1.47 and the analyst has 1.5, which means that I still have room, and I believe that there's more expense come in with lower chance of high revenues come in. So if I go to the Q3, then this will have different cases, because I will be more bullish than the analyst on this case as well. So that's about it, and I'm just gonna go through my markers. My marker is very simple. It looks long, but it's basically all copy and paste things. Copy from over here to here, copy from there to there, and copy from there to there. Right. So this is something that I developed for my own pleasures, that I would like to present to the professor, that how what I learned from this class has been changed my the way of I doing my analysis, and help me to determine what I should do compared with my forecast and analyst forecast. So thank you.